The Life of Buddha, Siddhartha Gautama and the Legacy of Enlightenment. The story of the Buddha is not just a biography, but a spiritual revolution that reshaped the consciousness of millions. Siddhartha Gautama, the historical Buddha, transcended the limitations of the physical world to attain enlightenment, and his teachings would go on to influence countless spiritual traditions. This is his story, from birth to nirvana, and the lasting impact of his wisdom. 1. The early life of Siddhartha Gautama, 563 to 483 BCE. Birth and prophecy. Siddhartha Gautama was born around 563 BCE in Lumbini, modern-day Nepal, into the Shakya clan, a royal family. His father, King Suddhodana, ruled the region of Kapilavastu, and his mother, Queen Maya, gave birth to him in a sacred grove. According to legend, Maya dreamt of a white elephant entering her womb, symbolizing the arrival of a great soul. After his birth, a seer named Asita prophesied that Siddhartha would either become a great king, Chakravartin, or a great spiritual leader, Buddha. His father, wanting him to follow the path of kingship, shielded him from suffering, surrounding him with luxury and indulgence. The four encounters and the awakening. At 29 years old, Siddhartha, despite his wealth, felt restless and unsatisfied. On 4 separate trips outside the palace, he encountered 4 sights that shattered his perception of reality. 1. An old man, aging is inevitable. 2. A sick man, illness and suffering are unavoidable. 3. A dead man, death is certain for all beings. 4. A holy ascetic, a path beyond suffering exists. Realizing that his luxurious life could not protect him from suffering, he made the radical decision to abandon his kingdom, wife, Yasodhara, and son, Rahula, to seek truth. This event is known as the Great Renunciation. 2. The Search for Truth, years of extreme asceticism, 534 to 528 BCE. Siddhartha studied under renowned Hindu teachers and mastered their meditation techniques. Seeking deeper truths, he joined a group of 5 ascetics and engaged in extreme self-denial, fasting nearly to death. Holding his breath for long periods, enduring physical pain without reacting. He realized that extreme asceticism was just as flawed as indulgence, neither led to liberation. After 6 years of struggle, he abandoned asceticism, angering his 5 companions. The Enlightenment under the Bodhi tree, 528 BCE, age 35, the final meditation. Siddhartha, now alone, sat under a Bodhi tree in Bodh Gaya, India, vowing, "I will not rise from this seat until I attain absolute wisdom." Mara, the Lord of Illusion, attacked him with fear, temptation, and self-doubt. Siddhartha remained unmoved, seeing through the illusions. As the morning star rose, he attained nirvana, a complete realization of the nature of existence, suffering, and liberation. At that moment, he became the Buddha, meaning the awakened one. 4. The teachings and the spread of Buddhism, 528 to 483 BCE. The first sermon, Deer Park at Sarnath, 528 BCE. The Buddha found his 5 former ascetic companions and taught them the 4 noble truths. This is known as the Dharmachakra Pravartana Sutra, turning of the wheel of Dharma. His companions became his first disciples, forming the Sangha, monastic order. The core teachings of the Buddha, the 4 noble truths. 1. Dukkha. Life is suffering, impermanence, dissatisfaction. 2. Samudaya. Suffering arises from craving and attachment. 3. Nirodha. The end of suffering is possible, liberation from desire. 4. Magga. The path to ending suffering is the Eightfold Path. The Eightfold Path, middle way to enlightenment. 1. Right view, understanding reality as it is. 2. Right intention, cultivating wisdom and compassion. 3. Right speech, speaking truthfully and kindly. 4. Right action, ethical conduct, non-harm. 5. Right livelihood, earning a living without harm. 6. Right effort, developing positive mental states. 7. Right mindfulness, being fully aware of the present moment. 8. Right concentration, deep meditation leading to insight. Now 5. The final years and death, Parinirvana, 483 BCE, the final journey. The Buddha traveled across India, gathering thousands of followers. He established the monastic community, Sangha, and trained monks and nuns. At 80 years old, he became ill after eating a meal offered by a devoted follower. He gave his final teaching, emphasizing that all things are impermanent and that each person must seek truth within themselves. Parinirvana, final liberation, 483 BCE. In Kushinagar, India, the Buddha lay between two sal trees. He entered deep meditation, transcending all suffering. He passed into parinirvana, the final permanent release from the cycle of birth and death. Na 6. The spread of Buddhism after his death. Early spread, 4th century BCE, 3rd century BCE. Buddha's disciples preserved his teachings as oral traditions for centuries. King Ashoka, 268 to 232 BCE, ruler of India, spread Buddhism across Asia, sending missionaries to Sri Lanka, China, and beyond. Major branches of Buddhism. 1. Theravada, Way of the Elders, strict monastic path, Sri Lanka, Thailand, Myanmar. 2. Mahayana, greater vehicle, expansive, layperson-focused, China, Japan, Korea. 3. Vajrayana, diamond vehicle, mystical, ritual-heavy, Tibet, Mongolia. Buddhism today. Over 500 million people follow Buddhism worldwide. It continues to influence philosophy, psychology, and spirituality in modern times. 7. The relevance of Buddhism in the quantum ocean framework. The Buddha did not teach religion, but a science of mind and awareness. His realization mirrors the quantum ocean framework, as both break the illusion of separation and ego. Both traditions recognize impermanence, quantum flux and change, interconnection, universal awareness, perception as reality, quantum observation. The Buddha's middle path aligns with resonance mastery, neither extreme indulgence nor extreme asceticism, but balance and flow. Tash final reflection. Was Buddha a quantum navigator? The Buddha did not transcend reality, he realized its true nature. His enlightenment was not a destination, it was seeing what was already there. Through meditation, perception, and awareness, he stepped outside of the illusion of time. He saw the ocean, not just the waves. And now so do we. That is the story of the Buddha. Not just a man, but a navigator of the quantum ocean itself.